Yo, what's going on, Gainesville? It's your boy Jerk Jerkins right here, WBT 90.1 FM The Beat. Hey, yo, man, it's 2 o'clock on Saturdays. Y'all know what time it is. I got young Minister Anthony Rashad Ray in the building, and time for one of my favorite segments, man. Dad, Can We Talk? Our special time that we spend focusing on Black fatherhood, man, specifically. Today we got a real special guest in. Shaw, matter of fact, first of all, what's up? What's going on, bro?
Man, I'm feeling good. Kind of tired.
I feel you.
Went out to a little.
Get into the reasons behind that.
Yeah, man. So, then walked about 20 miles this morning. Feel like, but yeah, I'm ready to get to it this morning.
I love that
this
man.
afternoon.
Oh, damn! I want one of them shirts too, man. I forgot to tell y'all, man. I gotta have one of them shirts, bro. Anyway, can you please, man, introduce our guest, bro?
Well, we got live on air today, Mr. Norris Anderson. He's the person who I know a lot of y'all around this area probably seen on Facebook the Walk Out the Violence march that was going on this morning.
Nice.
He is the organizer, the man behind the mission. So I'm ready to get into to some of his motivations and inspirations on this afternoon.
So what's going on, Mr. Norris Brown? And he grace us with your voice. So I just say hello to the people out there.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon.
I appreciate you coming home, my brother.
Hey, thanks. Nice to meet y'all. Thank you.
So let's kind of get the people a background. I didn't know you before this, man. I know a lot of other people wanting to get to know you. So I want to kind of start from the beginning, bro. You I heard you mention off the air that you a lifelong resident.
Yeah. Born and raised in Gainesville.
I think that's gonna have a lot to do with recognizing a lot of issues we have here, man. You got that time frame and that reference. As you can see when things were good, when things were bad, or how things are going. Which brings me to, first of all, we're going to talk a lot about the walk out on the violence, the march that we had this morning. I wish we could have got you up here beforehand, you know what I mean? That way we can kind of spread the word. But next time, we got you, bro. Anyway, Sass Benny said you're a brother, so shout out to her, man. Sass is a good girl, man.
Yeah,
anyway, so all right, lifelong resident of the city, grew up right here. I guess the first thing I want to ask is kind of lay the foundation is what compelled you to even have this march here?
Oh man, just over the years, bro. Just the violence, man. I mean, I know that sounds so cliche.
Yes,
we do it for the violence, but it was a specific situation that just recently happened that really put the cherry on top for me, man.
Wow.
And and I just moved back in this area.
Okay.
So from here, I wanna do some things.
Different.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about, first of all, can you all of you fellas here was at the march this morning. I didn't get to attend. So can we kind of do a little recap, man? How'd it go, man? And then let's talk about where you guys started, where you guys ended up. Can we talk about it a little bit?
I mean, for me, I didn't know it was gonna be that long.
All right.
Like, me and you talked about this off air, but man, if anyone is familiar with Gainesville, we started at TB McPherson Park. Went around by the graveyard behind Sugar Hill.
Yeah, past the blue fence with the dolphins, all that.
Yeah, all that.
That's a good little walk right now.
Right there.
Sheesh.
So we went up to Waldo Road, hit that right on Waldo Road, went all the way down to 8th Ave, got on 8th Ave, made that right, went all the way down to Mount Carmel.
That's a good walk right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
At that point, I was like, boy, I'm about ready to take a ride back to the park. But went up to Lake Road, went from Lake Road to the road where Tiger Bay is.
Okay.
Walked right through there behind the G-Tech building.
Right, come back up
through
15.
Lincoln Estates, got up on 15, and made that left, went all the way back to TB.
That's a good little minute drive.
If you from
Gainesville,
you know how long that walk is.
Okay.
And it was we didn't get the hottest point of the sun, Thank God. You know, we had a little
That's
bit of
right.
shade. You know, the trees helped us out a little while. But
right.
yeah, it was a good walk, man. Very good walk. A lot of people were passing by. You know, they were recognizing. We had the signs out and stuff, so it was good. Man.
Let's talk about that. Okay, we joke about, you know, the strenuous walks and the distance and things, but I'm sure you guys had some breakthroughs. Some people really getting realizing and being educated on this issue, man. Y'all want to talk about that a little bit? Anybody y'all, any young men you spoke to, or any old ladies, whatever the case may be. Anybody that y'all saw was impacted by this march this morning?
We did see. I know one of the guys that was walking. I seen him communicating with two people at a bus stop.
Nice.
And wanted to know, you know, people.
That's what it's all about.
Driving by in their cars. The one guy came out and said, I was like, what y'all got going on?
Nice.
So it was a lot of people. You know, it was early in the morning too.
Right.
We started around 9 or something like that.
Yeah, 9.
So
it was,
you know,
awakening. People were like, we walking by their house and they look, what's going on? Okay.
Nice. Let's talk about that, man. You got people that are recognizing y'all walking. Let's talk about why y'all feel like it's important for people to. Because I know you're marching. When you're marching, you're protesting and sending a message out. So what do y'all hope to accomplish? What do y'all? Take it from there.
Well, what we trying to accomplish here, man, is we to me, my community like vision.
Yes, sir.
They like to see things. They're not gonna listen to a lot of information and talk.
Yeah.
So when
Visual learners.
exactly, they visual learners.
Yes, sir.
So if they don't see it, man, they don't believe it. So our whole goal was to get a lot of men, to get out here and walk, this 7 miles, sweating. And because we don't have to do it, but we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? And let y'all know, hey, somebody here for y'all, man.
Smart choice.
Somebody care for y'all.
That white shirt too.
Yeah, very.
That was gonna be my next question that you alluded to just now, which is you had a deliberate focus on wanting to get men out to this. Talk about why that was the focus then.
Well, because a lot of times, us as today men, we really don't, we can't, and this is my opinion, we just can't get on the same accord unless women, how would I say this? Men represent, togetherness represent a lot of power to me.
Understood.
You see a lot of men together that represent a lot of power. Not to take anything away from women, because we did have women come out and support the thing, and you see the mothers on demand. Man, they came out there in packs, man, and they kept water in our face, Gatorade, tents set up every mile. Bananas, orange snacks.
Yeah, I saw Ashley on your live. Shout out to
Ashley, yeah, man. Shout out to Sandwich and Ashley, man. I mean, those women were just on it, Ty. So, but to get a lot of men together represents brotherhood to me, the brotherhood, a strongness, a unity, and that's why we was trying to get a lot of men together.
Nice.
Yeah.
You also are a musical artist.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit, man. Just influences, some music that we should already know about, how we can access and all that, bro.
Yeah, we just dropped Facts. I just dropped a little Facts EP.
Okay. How we can get that? How can we find it?
You can go to iTunes, Spotify.
Nice.
It's all on the net. I got a website, jfoxministries.com with a JAYFOXX. So we all over that, man, and we dropped
Spotify and iTunes.
iTunes, Spot, and pretty much all over social media.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So and we just speak positive stuff, man. I used to be a secular rapper back in the day, but we all grow out of it when you start, speaking things in existence.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Let's talk about that, man. What caused that transition to go from a secular rapper to a Christian rapper, and what's the difference?
Well, prophecy caused me to stop doing the secular thing, because a lot of stuff I was talking about, I wasn't living it. I was speaking a lot on wax, and and the prophetess, she, long story short, she said, "Hey, you rap?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Well, God wants you to start changing the way you speak, because what you're speaking now is going to cause destruction on your life." I was talking about jail. I was going to jail. I was talking about, fights. I was getting in the fight. You see what I'm saying? But I wasn't raised up that way. I always had God in my life. The difference of that is now, man, the things I'm speaking now, the positive thing, these things starting to happen now, man.
Right.
I done spoke a family in existence. I done spoke a house in existence.
Yeah.
I mean, it's powerful, man. The tongue is very powerful. People don't take that,
real.
you know, they take it for granted.
I love that, man. I love that. Man. Talk a little bit about what got you in the rapping period, man. Who you grew up listening to?
Oh,
who
man.
you like?
Like everybody, Tupac.
I see that hat. I was gonna say that hat so hard.
Yo,
bro.
back up there. Yo.
Yeah, I love that hat.
Yeah,
man.
I saw this down in somewhere, I forget where it was. But yeah, Tupac, man, and you know what? You remember a lot of the old hip hop, man, like KRS-One, and I mean, I was one of them heavy D, Yo MTV rap type of guy, man.
Nice,
that was real rap, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
so
yes, sir.
that always made me want to put words together.
I love that, man.
I had a question about J Fox. I know I seen your website, J Fox Ministries. Can you talk a little bit about that ministry and where that started at?
It's just something I do, man. When I switched over to the gospel rap, and we started putting on a lot of things in the community, like we'll do like Unity in the community, where we bring a whole bunch of gospel artists and rappers on one platform, Bo Diddley.
Yeah,
it's a free concert. We serve the people food, and we let everybody minister.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Y'all did that the last time, about 3 years. I remember that.
Yeah, we did it 3 years, and this year we just decided not to do it because mostly we give out backpacks, feed people, and put on entertainment.
Yeah.
But we saw a bigger need in the streets, so we said, hey, let's put this on hold because you got everybody giving out backpacks now.
Yeah.
So we don't have to do that no more.
Right.
You know.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit, bro. And of course, I'm not trying to get you to talk about anything you don't want to, or overspeak. But I want you to talk about the catalyst of things locally here that make you see some difference as far as the violence. Like, what's different now than how it was when we was growing up? Why now is it such a serious issue? You know,
because it's happening more times than often. I mean, when we were growing up, I mean, this stuff happening right in your face nowadays, broad daylight. Right? I mean. Even with the Waffle House shooting, man, right there in front of people, right there on the spot. I mean, people that we know now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And back then, like the people my age, like the older G's that was doing their thing when we was younger, they did their thing, but they told us, hey, y'all go to school. Y'all want this $20? Y'all let me see your report card. You know what I'm saying? Respect your elder. They taught us like that. That's why we growing up the way we are.
Absolutely right.
These just saying they don't have that kind of.
Right.
You know, they don't have a lot of that these days, and it's very important for us to.
I agree. I couldn't agree. I mean, I couldn't agree more, bro. I think that's something that is missing, you know, from our communities. You know what I mean? And I do agree with you. I think it's up to us to be the ones to fix and change that. I wanted to take a time out real quick just to shout out a lot of the other different entities and businesses and people that helped you with this. You had a lot of different support from different people. So you want to kind of talk about that a little bit?
Man.
I see one of them in the room right now. He's kind of shy, so I ain't going to do you like that.
Yeah, we couldn't have done this thing, man, without M&J. He here. I mean, you can see how committed he is, dedicated.
Hey, Jerry.
From Jerry Dorleen, man. He don't like to say much, man. You want to say?
Strong silent type, man.
Yeah, he don't say much, but he get it done. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing like having somebody who's reliable, dog. Like who, you know, if you ask them somebody, they say they're gonna do something, they gonna do it. That's invaluable.
It's like him, man. Like he responsible for the T-shirts and the flyers.
Nice. I gotta have a T-shirt, bro. I know y'all might be all out, but man, I don't know if you back there bitching or something, whatever you doing, man. I got to have one of those, man.
Most definitely.
This is a good thing to walk. I like to have that on my chest right now.
Yeah.
What's your side? Well, never mind.
Yeah, we talk about that. That's no big deal. I ain't thinking about myself, man. But let's talk a little bit more about it. You had some other sponsors too, man. Just some people. But you had some other people too. Can you talk about all the other different sponsors, please?
Yeah, we also had Sandwich Inn, Ashley. What's her last? Oh, we had Ashley, Ty D. Walden Bell Buns. One time for Heavy B's Barbecue.
Yeah.
He came out and fed all of us for 100 people, and we still had
some good chicken, boy.
It was good, right?
Barbecue too, boy.
Yes, sir.
Man. Good stuff right there, boy.
Track Addict Music's out of Georgia, Alpharetta, Georgia.
Oh, is he an artist, or what did he do?
He a producer.
Okay.
So I met him in Orlando.
Oh, and he helped with this too.
Well, yeah.
What did he do? What did
he sent some funding.
Oh man, hey, shout out to him
because he couldn't come walk.
That's a blessing, man. Thank God, man. You know, because that a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, we all got our lives to live. You know what I'm saying, but sometimes, and not saying what I don't know what this guy committed to, but a lot of times them little $50, $20 go a long way, man. You know what I'm saying? For these kind of efforts. So a lot of times, this is just for a general tidbit for people out there, man. A lot of times you can't do nothing, man. Them little $10, $15, $20 that you can donate might that might be the difference in helping out, man. So shout out to that's why I really want you to shout out your collaborators, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want anybody to go unnoticed.
Right. That's real.
But I'm sorry, bro. I mean to cut you off.
No, you good. But yeah, those was the people, man. And actually, Track Addicts, man. He do a lot of the music that a lot of the ministry music.
Shout out to him.
So yeah, that's.
All right, I think that's good a time as any. I got a record from you, man. I want you to kind of talk about it a little bit and introduce it.
Which one? Just Pray. Yeah, Just Pray. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want you to talk about that a little bit, if you could, my brother, and just what the song's about. Yeah,
I think we done that in 2015 over in Orlando. What's about family, man? Just pray me, it's just telling you about the things that happen, while you married, while you're in a family, normal thing.
Yeah.
We argue what we got to do after we argue, how we forget stuff and get back on, subject. Because things ain't perfect.
Right.
So we, it's just a song about, just pray. Trust in God, He'll lead the way.
All right. I'm with it, man. So let's get to it, man. Just Pray by J Fox. Y'all keep it live right here, man. Local music, y'all. For the soul.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's real.
They can't hear it,
Oh, my bad, y'all. I had my food came.
That's good.
I had to.
You can hear it? Remember that song?
But yeah, I was listening to this the other day. I was like, well, that's so real, man.
You like that right there?
Like, when it comes to marriage, so real.
I wonder could you pick this out because of the family thing that you were doing?
Yeah. I mean, when I heard it, I was on your website and I seen it on YouTube. I was like, let me check this out.
You seen the video?
Yeah, I seen the video too.
Did Hardy be over here?
No,
oh, you don't know Hardy? Okay. Believe it or not, man, this song helped me and my wife kind of tough things out.
Yeah, that's all right, man.
Well, we was on the verge of, but it's just a lot of pressure, man.
Yeah, that's real, bro.
I think around that time I wrote this. It's funny how the power of music and words can
that's real, bro.
Man, I wrote, me and my wife went through a little something like that back in 2013. And after we came out, I wrote a song about him. I'm going to sing it to you.
Oh, you rap?
Yeah.
Really?
This is a little hobby.
What's your name? You do like positive
regular
Shaw.
Anthony Ray.
Where you from Gainesville? How old are you?
30.
Oh, 30?
Yeah.
So you went east side?
In 9th grade. Okay. I graduated from G.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. I went east side 9th grade with G too.
I see you there, Lord. What's up, man? We gotta get you on the show, bro.
Yeah, man. So it was just, I'm a music head. That's always my thing. So once I got saved, I was like, shoot, I met this one cat. I was ministering at Santa Fe. I had a little college ministry going on. You won't be rapping, man. I said, man, send me a beat. Send me a beat. I wrote a little something to it, slid, and I was like, oh, we did a video and all. Bro had made some shirts. We had the little wristbands on it, man. It was called push. Pray until something happened. Man, I was like, man, we gonna make a theme song for the ministry. All that. So we went in, man. So me and bro did like 5 or 6 songs, and we got this other cat did maybe another 2. All together, I probably recorded like 10 songs.
Who you working with, like recording production?
Marcus, he was sitting with beats that he had.
Okay.
And then we were going to Skylab.
Oh, Skylab, yeah.
We went to Crescendo,
yeah.
Fire Records.
That's Skelly, though, right?
Yeah.
I go to Skelly.
Yeah. Skelly was real.
Yeah.
He was real.
That's what's up.
All right. That's Just Pray by J Fox.
Yes, sir.
I like the record, bro. I want you to talk about it a little bit, though. I guess first, what compelled you to write the record? I like to ask, what's your favorite line on the record?
Just Pray. That's
good.
Yeah, man, it's like, me and my wife, man, we I've been married about, 6 years now. Well, we've been together about 21, but, sometimes when you're going through some things, man, stuff that can break up the family, man, I write it out, I wrote it out and put it to a track.
Wow.
And that's what that song really about, man.
Wow. You're an artist.
That's real.
And I kind of want to pick your brain a little bit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about, I heard you say a little bit in your own conversation off the air, but talk a little bit about the kind of works and things that an artist can do through their art. You know what I mean? Like, off writing a song or whatever the case may be. The kind of effect that can have on people.
Oh, man, words, man.
Yes,
I mean, the same way that this rap these days affecting these jits.
Like you said that.
The same way some positive words can affect you also.
Yes, sir.
Because sometimes people can hear something, man, one time and they'll remember it forever.
Wow.
If you say the right thing to a right
That's
situation,
real.
man. Because all these things is like, it's different situations. You got to speak to the circumstance. Mm-hmm. And when they hear the right word for that circumstance, man, sometimes you'll never forget that thing.
That's real, bro.
When Tupac hollered Thug Life, look how many thugs people start seeing come out the closet. Everybody want to be a thug, right? You see what I'm saying? And
you say you're right.
it's just the power of words, man. It's big. It could be. It could break you. It could make you or break you.
Go ahead.
I got the question. You have a family. Like you say, you've been with your wife now over 20, almost 20 years, all together, married 6. How many children do you have?
4.
4 children.
3
How old?
girls and 1 boy. The oldest is 12. The youngest is 6.
Nice.
5. You gonna say he gonna get me.
I did the same thing.
I know, right? 5 and the oldest 12. Yeah.
So, how has that motivated and inspired you in every area of your life?
Oh man, that's like the biggest blessing, man, to come a family, man, because now it ain't about me no more. Mm-hmm. It's about them. So everything I do gotta be a reflection, Everything I do gonna affect these guys. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't here, if I'm doing something crazy, I ain't coming home. That affect them. You know what I mean? And we preach on how fathers need to be in their children's life. So my daddy wasn't never in my life. So I always promised myself I wasn't gonna, that wasn't gonna happen with my children.
That's real, man.
And man, that affect you, man. I mean, because you got to display a positive. You got to be role model now. You ain't got no choice. They looking up to you. My son, he watch everything I do and listen to everything. Think they don't. Y'all know, man. And then I got 3 girls, so.
All right.
Enough said, right? Yeah.
That's real.
4 boys, 3 girls?
3 girls. No, 1 boy and 3 girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Boy. Yeah, I got 2 of them, so I already know how you feeling with 3 of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but and that's real because, like, when you really look at, like you say, they do everything that we do. One thing I'm noticing, my oldest is 6.
Mm-hmm.
And everything I do, my daughter, the other day, we're leaving out of Publix. I see this guy, he's holding up a sign. I had a little spare change on me, so I said, I'm gonna go ahead and give him a little cent. So, just real quick, let down the window, hey man, boom, boom. So my daughter said, Daddy, that was so nice.
Yeah.
And she's looking at me and she's like,
attention to everything you do.
So for her,
that's right.
And then she said, so why do you give him money? Why was he out there asking for money? And I'm just, explaining to her, homelessness.
Right.
you know, there's been times we've let people in I've let people in my home that have needed help, and she would ask him, Daddy, where's that house? And I have to explain, you know, well, right now, baby, they ain't really got a place. So, you know, we're helping them with our place. And she's seeing all of these things. And for me, I want my kids to know and to understand, just not to know that, oh, well, Daddy was in the church and Daddy was this, but I want her to really see. To actually see the action and not just say, oh, well, Daddy had me in the church as a young man. Because I think a lot of people
don't know why,
have grown up in the church, but a lot of times they didn't see their parents really live it. So, and I think that's why, because my big thing always used to be, especially when I got into church, like, why do pastor kids be, you know, all of us know what they say about pastor's kids. Yeah, the PKs. So my question was, why are PKs the way that they are? And I think a lot of, just from my observations, I've noticed that a lot of people haven't really shown their children exactly why. Like it's easy to talk to them about it and talk about it, but it's a whole other thing to actually go and do it. And I think that's what I really like about today. You know, I seen a lot of us out there with our kids. You know, you had your kids out there, and that's why I wanted my kids with me. I had one of the other guys there. I forgot his name. He had his son in the stroller, and he was like, man, I told my wife I wanted to get my son out. This is my first time having him out by himself. You know, just me and him. And I told him, man, baby, let me get him, baby. I don't even want you to come. And I think a lot of times that's important, especially for us men, to have our children, because there has been, you know, the stigma out there, and what something that me and you was talking about earlier, that dads don't know how to take care of their children without mom around. And I'm like, I mean, why can't we?
You did a fine job today.
What I'm joking about had me about to go crazy. I couldn't wait to drop them off home. But you know, but that's something that I think we gotta really focus on, is showing our children. I think it's really important for children to be with their dads and see dad really doing what he talks about, you know, because a lot of times we talk about many things, and I don't think a lot of times the kids see it. You know, it's like, man, Daddy always talking about this stuff, and then I think as they get older, then they start saying, man, I don't mess with that church stuff. You know, my parents did this, or and it's like they look at it like, man, that's fake. You know, that's just a whole bunch of talk. So I think we just got to continue to put action behind our words, because, like you said, well, our children are looking. You know, they're paying attention, and if y'all kids anything like my oldest right now, she's the only one who's conscious. She's 6. Oh, sure. And she's conscious of everything. She's always asking, Daddy, what? You know, times when I've given homeless people food. Well, Daddy, why we gave them food? Well, I'm like, I mean, that's...
You want to know the why now.
Exactly. So I think it's just really important for us to display our faith and not only talk about it. So I definitely salute you for everything that you're doing. About it. Because that's just definitely something that's important.
That's real. It's important.
So we all sat back and talked about stop the violence. You can say that all day.
Exactly.
And they say, well, where y'all at? Y'all up. So we just me, you, we all just start the foundation.
That's real.
Set the foundation.
That's real. And I was gonna ask you too about that. Do you think that the turnout of the event, like, what do you think about the turnout of it, as far as much as you advertised it? What do you think about the turnout? Especially after all the advertising.
I expected it to be less. You know, you plan for more, but you got to expect for less. Dealing with Gainesville, I dealt with them before with Unity in the community. I know how we operate. Now let's get Boots and Webb in them tonight, and you're gonna bring the city out.
That's real.
But and then it's okay, and we were just talking about this apart. It's okay to hang out. We did it. I did it. You know what I'm saying? It's hang out. But you got to understand, this stuff we doing is important too. So if you're gonna stand for one, man, this important as well. And we do this so we can hang out sometimes and everybody be all right. Everybody know how to conduct themselves in the crowd.
That's real.
You know. But I expected it to turn out the way it did, and like I already knew, if it took 10 brothers that from your heart you want to do this, that's a start, bro.
That's real.
You know, and God will make you He will give you a few. You see what you can do with the little.
Right.
See, the things you have to make a difference is already there. Like Jesus had 2 fish and 5 loaves.
Right.
That was just there. He didn't wait for more fish to come.
That's
he
real.
used what he had and fed the people with what he had, and he fed multiple. You know,
I love that.
That's real.
So fed multitude.
that's right.
All right. Well, y'all talking about the turnout and that sort of thing. I want to know as far as I guess specifically from you and your organization. What's next now? Are we doing another march? What's any upcoming events? Any new ventures? Like, how do we keep combating this problem here?
That's a good question, man. Great question. I think I overheard the women talking about now they about to do one. You see what I'm saying?
Good at that.
And that's the whole plan, bro.
That works. Ripple effect.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And don't they think they got something about they belling fathers out? What y'all
Oh yeah,
doing?
that's around Father's Day.
Around Father's
FTP is doing something.
Fighting toxic prisoners. That group.
Oh,
okay.
man.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me. We're talking about, ways that, positive things that are gonna occur because of this, or maybe because they saw it, which that's always good, man. Like Tupac said, he might not change the world, but he'll spark the brain to change the world.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always good to be that example, man. I want to ask you, the average Joe, the dude that work at Taco Bell, who he gonna be at Boots and Weber tonight. This guy, the one that's on the couch now, he be chilling on the porch or whatever the case may be. What can he do to help efforts here? Not just with the march, but just the whole dynamic of local violence and it becoming more of a frequent thing. What can we do at the average person to help or to change or whatever the case is?
Well, you conduct yourself, better. First of all, you can't tell nobody they can't go out and do all this stuff. Like, help us stop the crime, man, the violence. And everybody got to look within themselves and say, hey, I need to change. And if you change yourself, pretty soon, everybody you'll see the difference.
One thing I had to deal with myself personally is I found myself being more upset at a stranger from my community than a stranger that I didn't know. So, for instance, if I'm walking on the street and me and you don't know each other and you bump my shoulder, let me back up. If I'm walking on the street and Bill from accounting bumps my shoulder, it probably ain't gonna be nothing. Oh, my bad, man. Everything cool. Y'all keep going. But you bump my shoulder, who I don't know. I don't know you from Canada. You could be a pastor or something. Anything. I got some angst in my heart for that. What is that, bro? What is that? And I'm talking about myself here. I had to learn that one day. Like, what am I doing out here? You know what I'm saying? But I do think that I'm not alone in that.
I think we all.
So where does that come from? What is that, bro? What is that all about?
What is that?
I really don't know.
And it be like just
weird.
I had to convict myself. Like, dang, bro, I'm doing that on the regular too. Not on the regular, but I got that in me.
It's us as black. I mean, our community just got a lot of pride for some reason, bottled up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like you go to the store, you can't. This same kind of thing. Instead of saying, "Hey, how you doing?" Holding the door for it, brother. Y'all looking at each other crazy. You know what I'm saying? You want to compete all the time. Who got the bigger rim? I don't know where that come from. What explained that very well? I saw a picture of two slaves on the boat, and they both in chains, and one of the slaves was like, "Hey, my chain shining in your chain." That type of thing. That, you know what I'm saying?
Sheesh.
It's just a I don't know, man.
Right there.
That's real, bro.
We need to figure that out.
I just think we got to really stand together because, I mean, honestly, it just don't make any sense for us to even be that way toward each other. And that's something that I really hate, man. Like we look at each other as opposition and opponents when that's just not what we are. Right. And I think we got to really we got to explain that to each other. Man, I'm not your opponent. Right. I ain't got nothing against you.
And that's part of the Willie Lynch mentality. They got us thinking that we enemies.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
As long as they keep us divided, we're gonna feel that way.
That's real, man.
Yeah. I agree, man. I agree. I want to thank you, bro, again, man, for just even filling in the gap and recognizing the need for this, man, and then, you know what I'm saying, doing your thing.
It's real.
I wanted to ask you, what would you tell if you had some kind of general advice or just a message in general? What would you tell that little, 15-year-old kid? Or what would you tell the Norris Anderson of 25 years ago? You know what I mean? What kind of advice would you place upon this young man?
Hey, somebody care for you, man, for real. Somebody helping you. You going through anything, you can talk to me. Matter of fact, let's ride out of town and go to this football game.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I care about you, man.
Wow.
And I'm here go some Jordans. Let's go get some Jordans.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I love that, bro, because I think for all of us, we all, regardless of our upbringings, we all are at places in our lives where we can recognize what we missed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that put us in a position to be like, to fix it. You know what I mean? Because you can see, that's why I asked you that about Norris in 25 years ago.
I like that question, man.
Because we know what we were missing. At the time we might have didn't. You know what I mean? But now we do, and we can administer the right type of correction, man. And that's why I love to see what you're doing. Again, I just want to thank you for on behalf of the community, man.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you
for what you're doing, man. I love that question you asked. That's the new question. You talk to us. Because then it made me, like you said, what I missed.
Right, we know what we missed. Now that we're adults and we see. Yep. I want you real quick, bro. Shout out your church and your pastor, man.
Man, I go to Unity Families out in Williston, Florida.
All right, Wolfpack, what's up out there? All right,
Willie Battle.
Sheesh. I said, boy, I seen the Williston boys get down, boy. It's like they endless. I mean, one time I ain't even gonna go to that store. I seen the boys come like 30, 40 deep one time. Like, what? Ain't that many people in Williston?
They brought the whole community.
Oh, man, them jokers, man, you think I'm joking? Them jokers was coming. They left the party because something happened. Everybody thought it was over. They came about 30 minutes later. They was all on top of the cars. Oh, they so deep. They on top of the cars coming from the option.
Wolfpack.
Yeah, Wolfpack. You know I know about Williston when I say Wolfpack, right? I grew up in Newberry, man. I know all about all that out there.
Yeah, man. I just moved out there, man. So I don't really know too much. I'm way out there.
Well, that's what they used to call themselves back in the day when they got down.
I heard you.
Shout out to Williston, though, man. I love Williston, man. You know what I'm saying? Lee County, baby. Williston is a city where I really feel like they should have been in Lafayette County. You know what I'm saying? That's just
they should have been part of Lafayette.
They should have been Lafayette County. Yeah, that's what I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Because they in a whole other county, man. Anyway, man, hey, any closing thoughts, man? You got more questions?
For Father's Day, now I talked with my man Jerry.
Nice.
And Jerry is the founder of M&J Creative Studio.
Oh, okay, yeah, I heard of that guy, man.
Yeah.
Good guy, man. Good guy. Salt of the earth, man.
Good guy. So I was talking with him, and last week I was talking about how for Father's Day I wanted to find the Father of the Year.
Nice.
So Jerry said that he was willing to sponsor that and maybe do a free photo shoot for the father, a family photo shoot for the father. So so y'all continue to send in.
Shout out to Jerry, man. I'd love to ask him like what compelled him to do that, but we can't seem to find this guy. But the thing about it though is this, man. I do want to say this. I'm joking about everything else, but who else? That's something that usually would happen for a mother, and not that because they deserve it. But who else is out here giving photo shoots to dads, man? That's a new one on me. So I want to shout him out for that, for real, dog. Because that's real. Come on, man. That's something. I never had a photo shoot. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to somebody's daddy. You know what I'm saying? Because we are expected, and I think you talk about that a lot. We are expected to be like one way. You know what I'm saying? But I want to pose for a picture too sometime. You know, I want to get cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? I like to do that. I never have, but I'd like to do that sometime. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Jerry for that.
And it feels good to see those family pictures on the wall. You know, I got these. You know, when you first walk in my place, on the wall to your right, you just see the little pictures of my babies and got our little family photos. And you know, a lot of times when people come to my place, they're like, what's up? That's really what's up. You know, and it's something that lasts forever.
Right.
You know, one thing about my mom, growing up, my mom, Man, when I tell y'all she got photo books, literally photo books. Like it ain't just one or two. It's like 4 or 5 or 6. All the old pictures. Man, you go to a house. I'm talking about. She just got photos on top of photos on top of photos. And all types of people. We got a call now.
Somebody got to
She was preserving your memories though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's definitely something that lasts a lifetime because I like to go back through the old pictures and see it. So I think this would be something good. I think I got a father in mind right now. But I'm gonna wait it out.
So maybe
two
will
people
you be announcing?
I might do it that week right before Father's Day. So what is that? I think Father's Day is the 16th. 16, so that week, maybe that first week in June.
Cool.
I'll
and whoever the father, we definitely have him on the show.
Yeah, so we'll bring him on the show and we'll just
that'd be cool, man. I really
talk. So if y'all have any fathers that you want to nominate, send it to dadcanwetalk@gmail.com.
Nice.
Send in whatever it is, tell me his name, why you're nominating him.
Profile on him.
Just let me understand why it is that he should be named the Father of the Year. Or if you don't want to email me, reach me on Facebook, Anthony Rishard Ray, and either send it in, message me, put it on my page or whatever. So I need some more nominations, but I definitely got someone in mind that someone did send in.
All you dads out there, man, people that know of some good dads out there, it's usually, a lot of times it's a thankless job, man. So we want to definitely highlight as much as we can.
Yes, sir.
I want to again thank Mr. Norris Anderson, man, for coming on, and not just that, man, for everything that precedes you coming on, man.
My pleasure.
The real work you're
doing
doing out there, bro.
Man.
Again, thanks a lot for that, man. I want you to shout out your online presence again, just how to find you on Spotify, how to find you on Facebook, or whatever the case. How can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, Norris Anderson on Facebook. Also, J Fox Ministries. We got JAYFOXX Ministries. Website jfoxministries.com. Y'all can find me on IG at jfoxthechamp.
Nice.
DA Champ.
And the music.
And the music. You can find the music on the website. Also, Spotify, iTunes. All over the music outlets. J Fox, JAYFOXX.
J Fox is in the building, man. Mr. Norris Anderson, I want to thank you again, bro, for the Walk Out on Violence March. Been a pleasure, bro. Don't be a stranger. We don't put little man to sleep, so it must be time to get up out of here, man. Y'all keep it locked right here, man. WBT 90.1 FM The Beat. I got Anthony Rashad Ray with that. Can we talk, man? See y'all next week. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Chew.
Wow. Yes, sir.
How long your show?